The Ugly Duckling. On a warm summer morning, the reeds swayed gently by the edge of a quiet pond. In a snug nest hidden among them, Mother Duck sat patiently on her eggs. She had been waiting for many days, keeping them warm beneath her feathers. One by one, the eggs began to crack. Tap, tap, tap came the sound, until out popped fluffy yellow ducklings, chirping cheerfully and stretching their tiny wings. "Oh, what beautiful ducklings you are!" Mother Duck quacked proudly. But one large egg remained. It was bigger and tougher than the rest. Days passed, and still it didn't open. Finally, with a loud crack, the last egg broke apart. Out tumbled a strange little bird, gray, big, and clumsy. His feathers were not golden like his brothers and sisters, but dull and ragged. His neck seemed longer, his feet too big. The other ducklings crowded around him and giggled. "What an odd one! He doesn't look like us." Mother Duck sighed. "Well, he may be a little different, but he is still my child. Let's give him a chance." But life was not easy for the strange little bird. When the duck family waddled to the pond, other animals began to laugh at him. The chickens clucked, the geese honked, and even the farm cat hissed. "You're so ugly," they jeered. "You'll never fit in." The poor duckling lowered his head and swam away. No matter where he went, the other animals chased him off. Even his own brothers and sisters pecked at him, whispering cruel words. Lonely and heartbroken, the little duckling decided to leave. He wandered through the fields and meadows, hiding among the tall grasses. He met wild birds who flew freely in the sky, and he wished he could fly like them, but his wings were too small. As summer faded to autumn, the days grew colder. The duckling shivered in the chilly wind. He found shelter in a hollow reed, sometimes sneaking scraps of food from passing farmers. Winter came, and snow covered the land. The pond froze over, and the duckling nearly froze too. A kind farmer found him, carried him into his cottage, and warmed him by the fire. For a while, he felt safe. But the farmer's children were loud and playful, and the duckling grew frightened. He fled again, back into the wild. He endured the bitter winter alone. His feathers grew thicker, his body stronger, but still he felt unloved and unwanted. "If only I weren't so ugly," he whispered to the icy moon. Finally, spring arrived. The ice melted, the sun shone warmly, and flowers bloomed once more. The duckling wandered to a wide, sparkling lake. There he saw a group of the most magnificent birds he had ever laid eyes on. Swans. Their white feathers gleamed in the sunlight, their long necks arched gracefully. He admired them from afar. "They are so beautiful, so pure. If I could only be like them. But I mustn't even dream of it. They would never accept someone as ugly as me." But something inside urged him closer. He slipped into the lake and swam toward them, lowering his head in shame. "If they chase me away, I won't be surprised," he thought sadly. But instead of mocking him, the swans welcomed him warmly. He looked down into the water and gasped. The reflection staring back at him was not the gray, awkward duckling he remembered. His feathers were now white and sleek. His neck was long and elegant. He was no longer a duckling at all. He had become a swan. The other swans circled him kindly, spreading their wings. Children who came to the lake pointed and clapped. "Look at that new swan! The most beautiful of all!" The once ugly duckling finally understood. He had never been a duckling at all. He had always been a swan, only waiting for his time to grow. Tears of joy filled his eyes. All the loneliness, the hardship, the cruel words, none of it mattered anymore. He spread his strong wings and soared across the bright blue sky, free at last, and proud of who he truly was. Moral of the story: sometimes we feel out of place, misunderstood, or unworthy. But just because others do not see our beauty yet, it does not mean it isn't there. True worth and greatness take time to blossom, and when they do, the world will see it too. If you like my story, please like, comment, and subscribe.